Hello students, how you all are? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to this new method of learning, that is e-learning. I know the schools are closed due to COVID-19 pandemic situations, but learning never stops. So let's start our class. We are going to start chapter 3. I have already shared some video links and PDFs of revision notes to study the chapter, but today I am going to give you a quick review of the chapter 3 of class 6 science, that is fiber to fabric. So let's start. First we'll start with an activity, that is variety in fabric. In that activity, what you have to do, you need to go to the tailor's shop and pick the fabric that was left there. Then you have to pull thin strands from that fabric. The next activity is you have to split the yarn into thin strands. The yarn that you have pulled out from the fabric, you have to still pull it. Then yarn split up into thin strands. We also know that this makes us very difficult to pass the thread through the eye of the needle. Thin strands of the needle that we see are made up of still thinner strands that are called fibers. So, fabrics are made up of yarns and yarns are further made up of fibers. Now, we'll go for the source. From plant we get cotton and jute. From animals we get wool and silk. Also, there are some fabrics which can be extracted by chemical method and also they are known as synthetic fibers. They are polyester, nylon and acrylic. Now we will talk about some plant fiber. First is cotton. Wicks for oil lamps. Its cotton wool is also used for filling mattresses, quilts or pillows. We all know that the pillows which we use while going to bed that are also filled with cotton. Cotton is usually grown in the fields. Cotton plants are usually grown at places having black soil and warm climate. For example, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. These are the places having black soil as well as warm climate, so cotton is usually grown here only. The fruits of the cotton plant, that is, cotton balls, are about the size of a lemon. After maturing, the balls burst open and the seeds covered with cotton fibers can be seen. We can see it looks like a snow. Have you ever seen a cotton field that is ready for picking? It looks like a field covered with snow, just like the view of a Srinagar. These balls of cotton is usually picked by hands. It is also a traditional method. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing through combs. They are the materials used for combing. This process is also known as ginning of cotton. Traditionally, it was done by hands, but machines are also used in this process. We'll go for the next natural fiber, that is jute. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. It is basically cultivated during the rainy season. This means this cultivation needs water. It is usually grown in the West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Unlike Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh for cotton, it is grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. It is harvested when it is at flowering stage. The stems of the harvested plants are immersed in water for a few days to get it rotten, only then we can extract it out. The stems rot and fibers are separated by hand. It means this is also done by hand. To make fabrics, all these fibers are first converted into yarns. It means direct fibers are not used for making fabrics. First, it is converted into yarns, then, it is prepared for the fabric. Now, after extracting the fibers, we'll convert it for the next process. For that, we need to understand an activity. What we have to do is we have to hold some cotton wool in one hand, pinch some cotton between the thumb and forefinger of the other hand. Now, gently start pulling out the cotton while continuously twisting the fibers. See, this is mentioned in the picture also what we have to do. This process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. So, by applying this process, we can convert fiber from yarns, and the process is also known as spinning. A simple device used for spinning is a hand spindle, also known as stuckly. Another hand operated device used for spinning is charkha, which has been used by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, as a part of the independence movement, he encouraged people to wear cloths made of homespun yarn termed as khadi and shun. Imported cloth made in the mills of Britain to popularize and promote khadi. The government of India constituted a body called Khadi and Village Industries Commission in 1956. Khadi is a fabric which is used still now. Spinning of yarn on a large scale is done with the help of spinning machines. After spinning, yarns are used for making fabric. We came to know is that from the fields we have to extract fibers, and then fibers are converted into yarn. Next, we'll start how yarns are converted into fabric. The main process of yarn to fabric. The process is known as weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is called weaving, as it is mentioned in the picture. The yarns are much thinner than our paper strips, of course. Weaving of fabric is done on looms. The looms are either hand operated or power operated, as displayed in the picture. Now, the next and the last process is knitting. In knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric, such as our mothers used to knit sweaters for us. From a single yarn, they can knit a whole sweater. That is, from a single yarn, they can convert that particular yarn to a fabric. So, this is the end of the chapter. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you very much.